Hi everyone, Lady Botch or Angela here with another face up commission. This one is for a Minifee Chloe from the commissioner Libby. So of course, like always, I have already started the very first layer because I do have to have it very close to my face to get the eyeliner in and without me screwing up very horribly. So here I am, I'm just putting in some veins that I like to do. They're very, very faint. I didn't want to have them overtake this particular face up because she's just going to be very sweet, very sun-kissed, and very country-like. So here I am, I'm putting some pastels down for her lips. I did put down a first layer of pencil. You can see the red right there, that pencil. It gives the lips more of a neutral tone. I see more than like a reddish tone. So I have two reds in my arsenal of watercolor pencils, and this one actually gives a more of a coral look than a red look. So that's what I went with. And here I am, I'm just putting on some pastel, just smudging it on there, just making them huge. And then I'm going to actually, with my kneaded eraser, I'm going to basically sketch in and cut out her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are going to be a bit neutral with a little bit of a tail on them. They're going to be a bit ombre. And I think that it turned out very, very cute. So when in the mock-up version that I sent to Libby in the beginning, they were a bit more red on my drawing than in real life. And I think I just made that change subconsciously. It's still a little bit brown in the middle, but then at the ends it's black. So it can go with pretty much any hair color at that point. And again, excuse my hair, it's in the way right now, sorry. But here I am giving her some eyeliner underneath. So I have a little bit of a guide for my lashes later. So yeah. I really actually liked how she turned out so much. I think she's super, super cute. I was actually really inspired. I'll talk about this a little later too, but I was actually really inspired. And so I will be redoing one of mine as well. So here I am just giving some more, I did a little bit of makeup on this one, just a tiny bit, just to give her just a little bit of something, you know. She wasn't plain, she was a bit more sun-kissed, like I said before. So for her makeup, I actually did more of almost like a sunset-ish type color. So I had almost like a neon pink. And then I transitioned that into like a really warm orange and then into like a brown. So it's sort of a neutral-y kind of color. I think it looks a lot very country to me, at least to me. I hope Libby thinks so too. So I really enjoyed doing freckles on her. I haven't done freckles in a little bit, I think, and at least not these type of freckles where it's not just face texture. It's actually, you want these freckles to stand out. You don't want them to be covered up by blush or something like that. So yeah, I am actually working on her lips. And again, her blush, I found that the eyeshadow, the pink eyeshadow and the orange eyeshadow actually did a fantastic job of actually creating blush as well across her nose and across her cheeks and up into her temples as well. So here it is. This is the second layer on, and I am going to be getting the freckles here. I did have a few different colors of shades of freckles, and I went with the medium brown, the medium reddish brown, and I think that worked a lot better with the blush that I put on here, which was like an orangey pink color. So I really enjoyed it. At first it looked just like face texture, and then a little bit more I put on later and it looked a lot better. And I actually made some bigger daubs, some bigger dabs, plops, what have you, just like this. And I wait just a little bit, and then I take a Q-tip and I kind of just gently take off just a little bit of the water that's been pooled there. And then it gives these really, really sweet looking freckles that just, mwah, chef's kiss. So yeah, I loved doing these. So I think on mine, I'm going to do some freckles as well. So there's some times where I just really like doing freckles, and there's sometimes that I just, but I really enjoy doing these. I think it was because the colors turned out so well. These were a mixture of colors, so these are custom freckles. These are custom freckles. So yeah, I added a little bit more just around her eyes, just to kind of make it somewhat even though the very first time I did this was mainly just for face texture, but now these freckles are just making everything else pop. So all the face texture, quote unquote, is now looking to be more like freckles, so underneath. So here I am just, again, working on the eyebrows after it's been sealed again. So I'm nearing the end. This girl is very, very sweet to do, very innocent looking. She just a very, I wouldn't say simple face up, but I would say just a sweet one. So it's not going above and beyond like my fantasy face ups or something like that. But I think she turned out super, super cute. Just a bit sun-kissed on her nose and cheeks, and very neutral-ish tone on her lips. They aren't like a bright color or anything. And they do have some texture as well, as you can see here. I'm just putting in a little bit, and then I do go in with a white, and then I do go over it again with the pinkish orangish blush color that I used on her cheeks. It might seem like I'm using that color all over, and yes, I am, but it doesn't look that way. Honestly, it does not. It doesn't look like all one color. So there's enough of variation in each of the spots that it looks like totally different colors. So I was really happy about that. That just kind of worked out. So here I am, I'm kind of toning down, as I said before, I'm kind of toning down the white, just because I didn't want the lips to be the main focus. I wanted her freckles and her eyes to be the main focus. So here I am, I'm just putting in some eyebrows. I go in with a brown pastel, whatever, either way. And then now I am going in with a black pencil, creating some eyebrow hairs. Whew, it's been a long day, guys. Bear with me, please. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just giving her a bit of an ombre. I do put a little bit of white in there. Yes, I do put a little bit of terracotta as well. But I'm not going to show you the whole process. It took over 20 minutes. So now here I am going to be working on the eyelashes. Yep, this is where I messed up about 6 times. I'm not going to show you guys because you've seen me mess up so many times before. So here's the one that actually worked out. So yeah, I mean, I could have cut that whole thing out and been like, oh, look, I was perfect the very first time. Yeah, that never happens. That like almost never happens at all. Like 2% of the time. 2%. So here I am. I'm just working on getting some of the last details in. Again, putting on eyeshadow over the liner this whole time. You're going to have to go over the liner at the end if you want the black liner to stand out from your makeup that you put on there. So again, I put it on first so I have a guide, and then I put it on last to make sure that it pops. So you can kind of see the veins here. I wasn't sure if that would go over, but I think she turned out super, super cute. So here is my inspiration time. So this is my doll, Ren. This was my very first face up ever. She did get a little bit of a redo. I used a glue on her scar. And I think what I'm gonna do is basically redo my own doll. Of course, she is a character, so there is that. So here we are, we're going to gloss up the last of her lips and her eyes, and that'll be it. I really enjoyed this one, as you can see in the inspiration. So for my character, I will be doing her after these commissions, and we'll see how it goes. I am excited and kind of leery about it, but I've seen the comparison between this one and my old face up from years ago. It's probably, I would say, going on 4 or 5 years now, and I think I'm pretty sure I've upped my face up skills a bit, so I really want to try my hand at my own dolls from way back when. So we'll see how it goes. And I couldn't have done that if I hadn't done this one, so thanks, Libby. That's all I really had, you guys. I mean, I want you guys just to kind of watch the rest of the glossing and see the final picture. Thanks again.